is the Off by Purple Heart podcast. This is your host, Monique, and I have to talk about D-Day, the final, day one, starring Agust D, Suga, or as I like to call him, Yoongi, even though I probably shouldn't because I don't know him like that on a personal level, but you know, I'm in this bangtan, ish for life, so stay tuned, let's talk about it. Hey there, so I just saw day one of D-Day, the final, featuring Yoongi, and I have to say, I almost missed this thing because I actually was sleeping through my alarm, and I should learn not to do that from now on. But oh my gosh, I am so excited that we're back into the fold. I have watched the previous online concert experiences. I have not had the opportunity to, actually go to one of these concerts in person. He was in the US for a few dates. I thought I could go to the New Jersey one. That didn't end up happening, so yeah, bitter. But I have hope that JK will tour. I'm putting it out there. I'm going to manifest it. Anyways, day one. Day one of the final. Every time when he gets on stage, he's just looking better and better. I mean, with anyone performing more than once, obviously you're going to get better on stage, right? You're going to have to get better. But I've been saying for a while that one of the things that really excites me about BTS going on this solo journey for each member as they go through enlistment and they go through the brief break or hiatus that they have while they do enlistment for the next year or so, going into 2025 when they'll have the comeback, which to me is looking later off 2026 and beyond, but that's neither here nor there. But one of the things I was really looking forward to is I think it would actually help them as far as their stage presence even more so. Now, if you've ever seen a BTS concert, they clearly don't need that much help with stage presence. They are electrifying. They are attention grabbing. There's a lot of attention to detail. And while they have a lot of accolades and a lot of credit for the amazing showmen that they are, I think they should be getting even more so credit because it's just death-defying what they do. They are absolutely destined and fated to be as famous as they are because it's just phenomenal. But I think there is still room to grow when you're a solo artist and everything is on you. You don't have 6 other bandmates to kind of play off of. The show's on you, the creative control is on you, the staging's on you, any accents or mishaps that may happen, and there's been a few that the audience have not caught on to during this concert series, and Yoongi, being the professional that he is able to pull it off. But just getting through the troubleshooting, there's the infamous him breaking his guitar string for the acoustic set of Seesaw, which I'm going to talk about in a minute because Seesaw is like one of my favorite songs. And yeah, just things like that. It's been such a learning curve, and I think all 7 members would benefit from doing a couple of solo gigs outside of BTS. So when they do come back together and in the far off future, when, they grow into doing their own thing in their life, I think once they come back together, because I truly feel they're in it for the long haul, I think they'll do reunion tours when they're older. They'll do acoustic sets, they'll come together, and it'll just be really fun to see them as, really much older gentlemen and have been through life and get like some normalcy in their lives once this 3rd chapter and 4th chapter are closed. But I just love that the amount of growth that will happen, and Yoongi's had a lot of growth with this concert series. Can I talk about it now? I want to talk about the special guest that showed up. JK, fresh off of doing 7 promo. I hear that he's been sick for a little bit, so now he kind of has a cold. Might be something else, we're not sure, but he was feeling under the weather. He's done quite a few lives, and now he was the first featured guest, and his set was phenomenal. I'm going to actually include a clip here because I kind of freaked out when I was watching the online streaming of it. Just, it was just fantastic. And I love that Yoongi has so much love and pride for this group that he, in his own concert series, will dedicate some time to one of his bandmates coming in and doing their own set while he looks off in the background just looking like a proud dad. It's just really heartwarming to see. I swear, while all 7 of these guys love each other a lot, Yoongi is truly OT7. Like, make no mistake, he is truly about every member. He loves every member. He shows his love in different ways. He's definitely an acts of service kind of gentleman, but I have to say, he absolutely rides hard for BTS. Absolutely hard for BTS. He loves these guys down. And it was just so great to see that energy, them bouncing up and down. And I look forward to other special guests. I am crossing my fingers for Jimin to show up. And even if he doesn't do Tony Montana, which a lot of us want, even for him just to do a quick set of Like Crazy, I would really love it. But we'll see. Namjoon, I would love to make a guest appearance as well for the second or final day, but he's currently in Japan. I think he's shooting with GQ Japan, and Bottega, I think, invited him, the fashion house, so we don't know what's going on with that. He might have other music projects that he's working on the back end as well. He's been kind of quiet for a bit, and who knows, but I would love for Namjoon to do like a guest appearance and do like Strange from D2, Agust D's second album or second mixtape. Yeah, it was so good. We got the Shibo shout out again. I know that his parents were there apparently in the audience. I think even Tae's parents were in the audience. I think JK's parents showed up as well. This is all hearsay that I'm getting from Twitter. In addition, the growling. It seems like with every show, Yoongi's growling just gets more and more intensive. And he did not let that go today. Like, the amount of growling that we got. The sweat dripping. I'm telling you, when you do like the online concerts and you get like the multi-view, you're like seeing the drip and the sweat in 4K. And this man was glistening to the gods. It was so good. I honestly wish I wasn't so out of it because I had to work today. So for a lot of the concert, a lot of the footage, I was kind of in it, but then I was like, oh my god, I'm tired. Oh my god, I have to go to work. But I guess it's also a blessing as well, and I should be grateful that I even have time to watch a concert at home before heading off to work, you know. But overall, I just really enjoyed myself for D1. I really loved the appearance of JK. And I love being reminded of the sets. I absolutely love Seesaw, which I mentioned earlier, for example, and I found out that Adora, who is a vocalist that's in-house for a lot of BTS's productions, I believe she's a recording artist in her own right as well, and is gearing up to release her own solo work. But she has been featured as background vocals for many iconic BTS songs, and I know that her vocals lend themselves to Seesaw, in addition to Far Away and just a lot of other cult classics and BTS lore. And just seeing that she was there. I mean, he had a DJ set at one point in the concert, like towards the end, and like the DJ was like scratching and mixing, and it was like full club out music, and you see the light strobes everywhere. It was crazy. Like, he's got his guitar teacher there that has been with him throughout the entire legs of this tour in general, which I love. I love all the little memorabilia. There's a ton of people that had like Shooky stuff. Look at my Shooky plush right there. It was just a great show. And he was also getting like really emotional. I think even with Snooze, he looked like he was tearing up a little bit. I feel like The Last is always emotionally charged, as is Amygdala, but especially The Last. I have to say again, the amount of balls it takes to have such a song with such personal subject matter, really dark subject matter, where you're talking about mental health extensively and even referring to having ideations of suicidal nature and just ripping open like emotional wounds like that. It takes a lot of guts. So even though The Last is called The Last, so obviously that would be fitting to end a concert, I still think just with the subject matter alone in that song, it takes so much to perform that night after night. And especially this is like the final leg, right? The amount of emotional charge in that. And you could see like multiple times during this concert, Yoongi was tearing up. He's always been a big softie, despite what would be people's first impression of him, because I know like for a lot of new people coming into either the fandom or just have a general glimpse or idea of what BTS is, they typically cast him as someone that's very cold and stoic and shut off, but he's really not like that. He's very emotional and very in tune with his emotions, and I feel like he's opened up a lot more in the recent years, and he's really blossomed as a solo artist, especially I think in like the last few months of him doing this concert series. I just think he's just peeled back even more onion layers. But overall, it was just a fantastic day one. I'm looking forward to day two as well. Trust and believe, if Jimin shows up and they do Tony Montana, I'm getting back on this channel. I'm going to be uploading a video, okay? And then I'm going to just spend maybe like an hour just squealing about that. But until then, that's going to wrap up this episode. I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to keep it sweet, under 15 minutes or less. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm pumped. The content just keeps bringing itself. I swear, chapter 2 for BTS's story and journey, it's just been constant. You cannot get bored, honestly, when you follow this group. There's always stuff going on. Anyways, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Please subscribe. Please hit thumbs up. Please, any feedback, anything that you loved about the concert, if you're seeing this video. If you are watching through Spotify or listening through Spotify, please leave some comments. Please forward to your friends that are also BTS lovers and who also loves a good K-drama, because I like to talk about K-dramas as well on this channel. So I appreciate the watch. Take care. See you in the next video. Peace.